It's a really tough question to answer, but I think, in short, no. I don't think the U.S. is putting enough money. And some of this is just kind of easy numbers to look at, like how much money are we putting in on an absolute level? And then as a percentage of our economy, we're way behind on that front. I mean, during the recession with the stimulus package, we were putting something in the order of $80, $90 billion from kind of the federal pool into clean economy. That funding has kind of died out. That was 2009, 2010, a little bit 2011, while other countries, China, Germany in particular, the UK, others, have continued to put real money. I mean, China just announced a $350 billion plan for just energy efficiency. They're not waiting. They're not debating things like climate change, frankly. They're just going ahead and putting huge money into these markets, into solar, into wind, into energy efficiency. And I don't think we're spending enough even just on infrastructure, let alone green infrastructure, even just roads, bridges, but high-speed rail, other countries going ahead. China's building 10,000 miles of high-speed rail, and we're building effectively zero. I mean, give or take a couple miles, basically zero. I don't think this is healthy for us in the long run. We're sort of giving up on some markets that are quickly becoming multi-trillion-dollar markets. There's been $1 trillion spent around the world on basically green infrastructure. It's very similar to the build-out of the mobile industry. Over the last decade, it looks kind of like the 90s for mobile, and it's just continuing to grow. The world spent $250 billion last year on green economy. We're increasingly a small percentage of that. India has spent more than we have from a much smaller economy base. It's just not healthy for us. These are huge industries of the future, and we are not taking a big enough piece of them. That said, we have amazing entrepreneurs, and we have a ton of solar companies and wind companies, and they're, even with headwinds of not necessarily having the government support that they might need, they are continuing to grow much faster than people realize. The death of renewables or green energy is greatly overstated. It's not dying, it's growing very, very quickly.